Well, hello, this is Prawn Jambalaya, and it's from my new book, Simple Suppers. The point of this book is just creating some lovely, simple dishes, few ingredients, everything cooked really quickly, and that's very much the case with this Prawn Jambalaya. First of all, I'm heating some oil and then adding some chicken to brown off and some chorizo. So the jambalaya, the main ingredient will be prawns, but what I'm also looking for is some nice, it's a sort of surf and turf dish, a mixture of chicken in this case and chorizo. Now the original dish from Louisiana in the USA called for smoked sausage, but I'm putting chorizo in, which is pimenton, which is smoked pimenton, smoked paprika sausage, because I love the flavour. But if you like, you can just use maybe a Polish smoked sausage in place. The origins of this dish, I suspect, were the Spanish paella, but when the French and the Spanish got to Louisiana, got to the southern states of America, they just made a sort of dish from Europe, which they remembered, using local ingredients. In this case, not chorizo, of course, but smoked sausage, chicken, and local prawns, which of course they call shrimp in that part of the state. So we're just getting a nice bit of colour there, just dropping the temperature a little bit. It's a little bit hot for the next ingredient, which is pimenton. I always love these tins that the pimenton come in. It's a smoked paprika from Extremadura in Spain. So just about a teaspoon of pimenton, which will give the final rice dish a lovely, lovely deep colour. So there we go. Just love cooking with pimenton because it's just got this wonderful smoky, peppery smell, which everybody associates with chorizos, I guess, and Spanish cooking in general. So there we are, look at the lovely colour on that. And now for the next ingredients. Well, first of all, plenty of garlic. That is a very important ingredient, but even more important is onion. And even more important than that, possibly, are green peppers and celery. Because in southern states cooking, what's known as the Holy Trinity, flavouring many dishes like jambalaya, are onions, green pepper and celery. So we just let that all cook together for a minute or two. And you may or may not want to add the next ingredient, but I love a bit of chilli. And you may or may not want to add the seeds to the chilli. If you take the seeds out, it's much less hot. So that's up to you, but I love heat. I love the colour of red chillies. So just stir those in. As you can see, this is a very easy dish to do. And all the dishes in Simple Suppers are like this. I just had this idea of supper as being rather a casual event and just wrote a load of dishes that would suit that. Sometimes it's suppers for one, suppers for two, suppers for friends, suppers coming home from a bonfire night party, you name it, I've got recipes for it. Finally, some oregano, that's a bit much. This is actually, I always use, when I state oregano, I always use Greek oregano because it's got that lovely, really peppery flavour. So I'd say a good big pinch of oregano there. Okay, so that's cooked down very nicely now, and I'm just, I get very enthusiastic about A, the look, but B, the aroma of something like this, and C, the anticipation of how this is going to taste. Look at that, jambalaya on the way. So now I'm going to add the prawns. What I like to do with these are raw prawns, but I always leave the tail shell on because I just think they look much better, and it's not hard to pull them off when you're eating them, but if you don't like it, of course take them off. So in go the prawns. Just going to stir those around and pick up a bit of colour, as they will quickly. And now in goes the long grain rice. Comme ça. Stir around a bit, just make sure all those grains of rice are coated in the oil and the slight bit of chicken fat from frying the chicken stock. And the normal ratio of chicken stock to rice is about 1 part rice and 1 3/4 part liquid. Could be water, could be stock. Just add a tiny bit of seasoning at this stage, about half a teaspoon of salt, but I will add some more later on. Now what I'm going to do now is just bring that to the boil, and when it comes to the boil, I'm going to turn the heat right down to a bare simmer, a lid on, and cook for just 12 minutes. So 12 minutes have passed. I've just said into the recipe to cook for 12 minutes or till the rice is tender, but you don't want to cook it much more than that, otherwise the rice gets really sort of soggy, and you want a bit of bite in rice, I think. That to me is looking fabulous, smelling fabulous. So just dish it up, it's as simple as that. What I like about this jambalaya is this combination of wonderful aromas and colours. Now the only thing I like to garnish my jambalaya with is fresh spring onions, just like that, and just a little squeeze of lemon juice. And that's it really. The only thing I do tend to do is just hand round just some sort of chili sauce. This is Tabasco, jalapeno Tabasco. I like this one because it's nice and green. So I would just put a little sprinkling of that on there like that, but tend to give that to people to help themselves. So there it is, prawn jambalaya. What could be nicer?